Figured I'd make a video that shows how I make these videos. A video on how I make the videos. I'll get a little footage of this first. It sure is cool. I think you're going to be surprised when you see how I do it. Okay, I'm going to flip on the light. I found this doohickey here at the Goodwill. I guess it's like a Christmas thing. I spliced the wires together. The wires were frayed, and I mounted it to a piece of wood for stability. I'll turn it off. This also I found at the Goodwill. The Goodwill by weight. And I got it plugged into a power strip here. Don't have very good light in here. So there it is. This is a big mixing bowl, and I just got some different spheres. Rats. This sphere, and I hot glued them in here so they wouldn't move. This is kind of cool. I found this at the Goodwill by weight. It's one of those rats. I can't remember the name of them. People do it looks like they're floating in midair. It's kind of cool. This is just like a racquetball. This is a big clear marble. Got a bunch of these blue marbles. And then this is a little flat marble. I just hot glued them in there. It cleans up real easy when I'm done. And this is a tray that I made. So it's just that is actually a piece of cutting board from an emerald cutting board with a piece of wood. I heated it up. I drilled a hole in it that was kind of small and then heated it up with a heat gun and drove that piece of wood in there and then cut it off to length. And put some epoxy on there. You can just barely see through there. Ran a couple 1-inch screws in there and then put this, like, I guess that's cabinet lining. It's kind of sticky. No, I think that goes on the back of a carpet. And this is from a rotisserie. And it's a 5/16 by 5/16 square hole. There was 3 little screws that held this bottom plate on, and I took them off and just took some L brackets and bent this tab in my vise and found some longer screws and ran it in there so I could run some long screws in here. And then my screws were too long, so I had to grind them off on the back. But the effect, my wife, she likes picking up glassware. I haven't used that one yet. I wanted to prop it up to get a downbeat on there. But she picks up, like this bowl here. She is really fascinated by this type of stuff, and for the longest time I was like, yeah, whatever floats your boat. But then when I accidentally I accidentally shined one of those lasers on there, and I was like, wow, that is bad to the bone. So, started going crazy. Here's one. I bet you something like that's actually kind of expensive. And while I'm here, this is a thing I made. Found some old wore out Christmas ornaments still in the box, and screwed it to a half round piece of foam, or not screwed it, hot glued it, and then put spray foam around it. Started painting it. But this is a lamp that we found at the Goodwill by weight. It's a mama bear and her cub, and it didn't have this globe on it. I found this, it was clear, and I sandblasted it, and we put a red light in it, and it is just really a cute little lamp. I like it. And there's a glass hippo. Ooh, she was holding out on me. Some kind of paper in there. Ooh, yeah, that'd be nice. This would be neat because if I clean it up real good, you can't see it spinning. So if I put something solid on top, it looks like what's on top is spinning, just suspended. It's just cool. I used this a couple times. This is just a little bell, crystal bell. So now she's got me. Oh, and just for the record, got this subwoofer here and a couple speakers. It's hiding over there. The songs that I recorded are all on cassette. So I found this at a thrift store, but it didn't have a headphone jack. So I took it apart, and I had one of these things that's like you plug it into your back of your TV, and it had two RCA jacks on the other end that you plug into your DVD player or surround sound. Well, I cut the RCA connectors off and twisted the grounds together and twisted the positive together, and took this thing apart, drilled a hole in it, and just went in and soldered it right to the speaker connection. So I can put my tapes in there and play it through the subwoofer, get a little bit better sound. Oh, and just for this is a thing that I made today. This is a phone carrier that actually mounts on your bicycle handlebars. And I made, took a piece of 1/4-inch Luan and found a nut that fit on this thing that you mount your camera or video recorder on. Put a couple pieces of wood on there and pre-drilled it. And I don't know if you can see that. That is a 1-inch piece of PEX waterline tubing that is just about the same size as bicycle handlebars. So I ran a screw in there and sandwiched it in there so I can mount my phone on the tripod, which is really handy. The only thing is, it only, oh, and I had to drill a hole there so that my camera could see out. The hole didn't quite match up. There's a hole on the bottom so I can still hook a charger up to it. But I can't turn it this way, so I'm going to have to make another one so that I can make videos this way, so you don't get that little strip of video. I never could figure out why some videos were like that until I made a YouTube video of my own. And I realized you gotta turn your phone sideways. Okay, well, I hope you found this informative. I enjoyed making it. We'll see you in the near future.